Hey fellow crocheters, if you want to learn how to do this beautiful stitch that looks like a braid, keep watching. So I bet you've never heard of the bean stitch. The bean stitch has been probably my most favorite stitch recently because I have been able to do so many different patterns with it. It's so amazing the way it will just fit into my current pattern or with all my other stitches, and I can just fit it in really easily. So I'm going to show you how to use the bean stitch and make that braided stitch or braided pattern. So start your chain off with 20 or an even number. I'm going to do my little swatch with 20. Okay, now that you have your stitch or your chain, however long it's going to be, you're going to, the pattern I showed you started with a single crochet, a row of single crochet to begin with. So that's what I'm going to do here. And that is, you start off here in the first chain after the hook. So that's not this one, but it's this one here. So we're just going to do single crochet stitches all the way down to the end. And I'm using a weight 4 yarn and a 5mm yarn crochet hook. Okay, so once you get your single crochets done, I'll meet you back at the end and we'll start row 2. Okay, so now I've got my first row done and I've done single crochet stitches all the way to the end. Okay, so now that we have that, we're going to chain 1, flip your crochet piece over, and immediately here in this first chain here, I'm going to start my bean stitch. So in order to do a bean stitch, just loop over, and you're going to do that 3 times so that you have 6 on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 6, chain 1, and then you're going to skip this loop here and go into the next one. So let me show you again slower. So I have this loop on my hook. I'm going to go into not this stitch here, but this one here. And then I'm just going to pull up, stretch it a little bit, yarn over, pull it through. So now I have 4 on my hook, yarn over, hook it, pull it through, and I should have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to pull my yarn through all 6, chain 1, and then I'm going to skip the next stitch and go into the second one. Yarn over, pull through, kind of stretch it up a bit, yarn over, pull through, and now I have 6 on my loop, 6 loops on my hook, and that makes my bean stitch. See how beautiful that is? So just keep doing that till the end. I'll do it a few more times with you guys. So I have my loop on my hook, going to skip this one and go into this next hole here. I'm going to hook my yarn through, kind of stretch it up a little bit, yarn over, hook it through, yarn over, go through the same hole, hook it, pull it through, and then once I have 6 on my hook, I'm going to grab the yarn again, twist my hook down so it's facing down, and pull it all the way through. If you feel a little bit of a tug inside, just pull it back out and then try it again. Usually you'll be able to get through. So I'm going to do that again. All right, so keep doing that all the way till the end, and you want to end up with one hole left at the end where you're going to do a single crochet stitch. Okay, so now that I'm at the end here, I have 4 holes left. I'm going to finish off this bean stitch with a single crochet single chain, and then I'm going to skip one and go into that second hole, do another bean stitch. Okay, pull it through all 6 loops and then chain 1. Now I'm going to go and skip this one and go into the last one. Make sure, sometimes this is a little tricky, make sure you get under both those loops. And then I'm going to do a single crochet stitch here at the end, so I have my border. Then I'm going to chain 1, flip it over. So now you see I have that row of bean stitches. It looks beautiful on this side and on this side. One side is a little puffier than the other, but they both look really pretty. So to do the third row, if you look at the top of your stitches here, there's my bean stitch. And then on the top, I have these V's here. Now, we want to make sure that we go under both V's when we're doing these stitches. So let me put my hook back in. So I'm going to start another bean stitch and I'm going to go into that V here. Straight into a bean stitch. Like we were doing before, exactly the same thing. And the thing about this is that the stitch is that it has a slight tilt to it, or it tilts kind of to an angle. So you can see when you're done with it, one will tilt one way and one will tilt the other way. So you can easily see how it would make that braided pattern that we're going to do. And this may look difficult, but really it's not. It's very simple stitch to learn, and it's perfect for beginners because, like I said, it looks complicated, but it's not. So if you guys can master a couple different stitches, get your chains down, practice your tension, learn how to do a single crochet stitch, and then learn this stitch, you could do so many different things just by learning those 4 things in crocheting. And people would be so impressed by your skills, and you know, it would just be your little secret that all you know is 4 stitches. So we're going to finish all the way down to the end doing the same thing. I'll join you when we're almost to the end to show you how to finish row 3. So now we're almost completed. I'm going to do my last bean stitch here so that it's the second half of that one, and then we will do a single crochet stitch at the end to kind of finish it off, and then the 4th row will be a row of single crochet stitches as well. Oops. If you guys mess up, it's no big deal. Just pull it out. Sometimes the yarn slips off the hook or it gets tangled up, and just start over. Just make sure you don't pull too hard so it doesn't undo all of your stitches. All right. So then I'm going to go into this one here. Make sure you go under both loops, and I'm just going to do a single crochet stitch to get me to the top of the next row, and then I'm going to chain one and flip it over. There's your braided stitch. Look at how beautiful that looks. I like putting the single crochet row in between each of the braids so that it just kind of separates it out, makes it look really nice and neat, and you can see those that braid really clearly. So when I do my single crochets, I'm going to go under that V again. Make sure you go under both V's, and I'm going to go under every single one so that it I don't skip any stitches. Okay, so now that we're at the end, let me go back a little bit. Got a little ahead of myself. Now that we're at the end, I'm going to go under that V here, and we're going to do a single crochet stitch, chain one. So it's going to be single crochet, one row of single crochet stitches, one row of bean stitches with a single crochet at the ends, another row of bean stitch with a single crochet at the ends, and then you just repeat that over and over again until you get your pattern, and it comes out really beautiful. Okay, so I went ahead and finished a couple more groupings of that. So I have my braid stitch here, my braid stitch here, my braid stitch here. Doesn't that just look beautiful? I think this would make a beautiful headband. It would make a really nice blanket, a crocheted blanket, a throw, a scarf. This would make so many beautiful different objects, and you could use it with different types of yarn. You could use it with this variegated yarn I have, or a solid color yarn like this one. You could change the colors in each row. So many different options and possibilities. This is one reason why I love the bean stitch. So please, if you like this, please follow, please like my videos, and share it with your friends. Keep on your crochet journey, and I hope this helps you.